In Calgary, 1% of commission on a $600,000 home is $6,000. Get the structure wrong, and that money disappears quietly into the fine print. Get it right, and you can save thousands without sabotaging your sale. Today, we are breaking down how to negotiate realtor commission in Calgary, how real sellers are saving money, and how strong listing visuals from tools like ReimagineHome.ai keep your marketing powerful while you trim the fee. Here is the confusion. The typical Alberta structure, 7% on the first $100,000 and 3% on the rest, can mean more than $22,000 in commission on a $600,000 sale. Sellers hear neighbors brag about saving 5 figures. Buyers hear about check rebates at closing. But no one wants to cut so deep that marketing, negotiation effort, or buyer traffic suffer. If the fee is too high, you give away money you could have kept. If you cut the wrong part of the fee, you risk fewer showings, weaker offers, and longer days on market. Commission is negotiable in Calgary, but it is also psychological and strategic. So, how do you negotiate realtor commission in Calgary and still win on price and terms? Think in levers, not a single number. First, bundle your buy and sell. When you are using the same agent to both list and purchase, many will trim 0.25 to 1% on the listing side or offer a credit toward legal fees and moving costs. You keep the marketing full strength while fine-tuning the total cost. Second, consider flat fee MLS if you are comfortable doing more of the work. In Calgary, hosting-only services often run $500 to $800. Add professional photos and a 3D tour, and you still offer a competitive buyer-agent co-op, usually 1 to 1.5%, to keep traffic flowing. Third, ask about buyer rebates. On a $600,000 purchase, a 0.5 to 1.5% rebate can mean $3,000 to $9,000 back at closing, where brokerage and lender rules allow it. Here is the key. Do not starve the marketing that actually creates your net. Listings with pro photography, floor plans, and realistic virtual staging tend to drive more clicks and better offers. ReimagineHome.ai lets you mock up multiple staging styles from a single photo so you can present every room at its best, even if you have negotiated the commission lower. On a $600,000 sale, the traditional 7-in-3 structure lands around $22,000 in fees. Shift to a total 2 to 3% model, and you may pay roughly $12,000 to $18,000. That swing, $4,000 to $10,000 or more, is why Calgary sellers are negotiating. The smartest commission strategy keeps the buyer co-op recognizable, usually around 1 to 1.5%, while adjusting the listing side or structure. At the same time, you protect the marketing, photos, floor plans, and virtual staging powered by ReimagineHome.ai that helps you achieve a higher sale price and cleaner terms. Over the next 90 days in Calgary, the wins will go to sellers and buyers who understand the math, ask for options, and keep incentives aligned. Interview at least 3 agents. Ask for a menu, full service, reduced fee, or performance-based. Bundle your buy and sell when you can, and keep the buyer co-op strong enough that every agent wants to show your home. And when it is time to make every dollar in commission and marketing work harder, use ReimagineHome.ai to test listing visuals, staging concepts, and room styles before your home goes live. Less guesswork, more clarity, and a listing that feels worth every negotiation. Negotiate smarter, present stronger. Reimagine what your Calgary move can look like with ReimagineHome.ai.